Well, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Adam. Yesterday I made a video sharing the top 10 most viewed videos that I made in 2019. Well, that was great and all, but I've made so many videos over the last year that I want to share with you today a part 2 of that was basically like my favorite videos that I made over the last year. If you do not know, over the last 365 days, I made a video every single day documenting my life, sharing what life is like as a 40-year-old youth pastor, sharing what my personal life was going on, trying to add value to youth pastors and youth leaders and trying to just document my life. And so here's my top 10 favorite videos that I made this year. It was so hard to narrow this down. I could have probably picked 20, 30, 40 videos that I loved because of the content that they held of what I did that day or whatever, but I've narrowed it down to my top 10 favorite videos. If you haven't seen these, I'd encourage you to go check them out. So the first one is a bonus video. It's the one I made called Day 100. I made on Day 100 of documenting my life journey, and it was kind of like an inspirational video, kind of sharing my heart of I want to leverage my life for the maximum impact for the glory of God. That was an attempt to be inspirational. If you haven't seen that video, you should definitely go check it out. That's gonna kind of lay the framework for these other 10 videos. So here we go. My top 10 favorite videos that I made, starting with number 10, was called Snow Days All Week. This was a video that documented how every day for a week straight, the boys had snow days from school. It was snowing like crazy, and I was just kind of like sharing the story of what happened that week. It was a great video illustrating like what normal life was when you have snow days every day of the week. I will have links to every single one of these videos in the description of this video, so if you haven't seen one of them, just scroll down, click whichever one you want to check out, and you can check it out very easily that way. Number 9 was called Sermon, Slip and Slide, and Suffering. And this was a video where I talked about how youth pastors' kids have more fun and how I leveraged my youth pastor skills to make a giant slip and slide for my kids, which then extended to our whole neighborhood. Really fun video. Go and check that one out if you haven't seen it. Number 8 was the first video in my series called Volunteer Tip Tuesdays, where I began making a video every Tuesday with practical tips for youth leaders who were volunteers. And the first one seemed to really resonate with people. And I would say that video plus every video following that, every Tuesday, I posted a video with practical, helpful tips for volunteer youth leaders. Number 7 happened in the summer. It was entitled Michigan's Adventure, and I loved this video because it was me and Judah, and we brought Judah's friend Ryan along, and she was just so pumped to be able to be in this YouTube video that we were making about our day at Michigan's Adventure. Such a fun video. My number 6 favorite video of this year was called North Manitou Island, and it was when I took a day to go all by myself to this island in Lake Michigan that you have to take a ferry to get to for like 45 minutes, and it's very remote. And I spent a day alone just trail running around this island. It was very epic. I was reflecting on a bunch of the life circumstances that I was facing at the time. Very cool run. If you are an ultra runner or a trail runner, you've got to check out North Manitou Island in the middle of Lake Michigan. Video number 5 of my top videos was entitled Youth Ministry Growth, and I talked about this concept called the F Factor. And this was one of those videos that I did to try to add value to youth pastors, and it contains some of my best youth ministry wisdom of what is essential if you're going to have a growing youth ministry. I call it the F Factor. If you're a youth pastor, you got to check out this. I feel like it's super, super helpful, valuable content. Video number 4 was entitled New York City with Kids. It was a trip that I took for one day with Levi and Zion. We went to New York City. We spent 8 hours trying to hit as much adventure and fun and exploring as we could in New York City. Such a cool trip. Edited that video on the airplane ride home. If you haven't seen that video, it's a fun one. Check it out. Number 3. This video was so much fun to live and to create. I edited this whole video while driving in vans from one national park to another. Me and like 12 other new friends accomplished setting a record of running in 7 different national parks in one day. It was totally epic, totally awesome. You got to check out this video if you have not seen it. It's called National Parks World Record. Coming in at number 2, the video is called simply Youth Ministry, but it's essentially a summary of what I was doing for this whole entire year. This is a year in the life of a 40-year-old youth pastor. And it's kind of like a highlight summary of the whole first half of 2019. I spent a lot of time and effort on that video, and it gives you a great picture of what happened and what my intent was with this whole video series this year. Coming in, number 1, my favorite video that I edited and created this entire year is actually 4 videos, because I could not narrow them down. There's 4 videos that I made that are specifically for my 4 other family members. The first one is called 10 Years Old, in parentheses Levi. This is a video all about who is Levi Dorban as a 10-year-old. I made this video in honor of him turning 10. Then I made a similar video called Judah is 10 years old, when Judah turned 10, kind of like explaining Judah's life as a 10-year-old kid. Then I made another one on Mother's Day that was all about honoring my wife and talking about how amazing and incredible she is. It's simply called Mother's Day 2019. And then when Zion turned 8 for his 8th birthday, I made a video called Zion is 8 years old, talking all about who is Zion as an 8-year-old. Those videos made me lose a lot of sleep because they took hours and hours to edit them, but it was 100% worth it. If you want to get a great picture of who my kids are, of who my wife is, check out those videos. There you have it, my top 10 videos that I created in 2019. It was a crazy year, making videos every single day. So tiring, yet so worth it. Man, that was tough, and man, I'm so glad that I've got the last 365 days documented on the video of my family, of my youth ministry, of everything kind of pretty much that happened. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow. We almost done with this journey. Peace.